Now, ladies and gentlemen, why is this Titan submersible back in the news again? I have no damn clue. I didn't even understand why the Titan submersible was in the news in the first place. It didn't make no damn sense. The story still to this day don't make sense. All these rich people decided they was going to go underwater in a tin can and they didn't expect to die. And then the whole world is preoccupied with these billionaires in a tin can. So much so that they need to do a meeting and a hearing on it. So I got to hear what they're saying because it don't make no damn sense. It did make no sense then, but I guess we should see what they're talking about right now.
In the center of the case, one of them in particular, if you have a nice rise and the sister instrument is right next to it, should have pretty much the same rise, but you get a step function like what we see here. And I told Stockton, I was like, something's going on in there. Told him the hole was flexing too much. Like everything that I could do to tell him, like, here are the alarms. Like, this is why we shouldn't go. We're there. And when we sat down to a meeting, I think Bob Schumann was there. He wanted me to buy off on the idea of going to the Titanic, and I told him no. You can't. Like, it's not clean. And I told him this exact phrase. I said, this submersible, what we're doing, has never been done before, right? We don't have classing direction on what good looks like. And I said, nobody knows what good looks like or what it's supposed to look like. I said, but what I do know is it shouldn't look like that.
And sir, to clarify, was that conversation before or after the crack was discovered in the hole?
It's before. I told him before he couldn't go. It's the reason for another dive. More dives.
So basically, this is the engineer coming out saying, hey, Stockton Rush, I told you that you was going to die in that tin can. And you ain't believe me, Stockton. You figured you was going to survive. I told you was going to die. And so now they release footage of the submersible. And that's the thing that they went down underwater in. I told y'all, keep watching the waters, man. Keep watching the waters. But they won't go down in the waters. Look at this. Look at this. That's supposed to be what's left over. It wasn't that big in the first place. Now, if billionaires want to risk their lives going underwater to go look at lost freaking Titanic ships, because they got billions of dollars and they can't think of anything else to do with themselves, I don't think it should preoccupy the time of a nation. But I find it mighty funny that they tried to run this story into the news cycle today after the assassination of Trump. Now, on that assassination attempt on Trump, they did ram it into the news cycle. Just rammed in. Tony Nissan. And he meets with the Coast Guard. Looks like he's meeting with the Coast Guard to hold a meeting on it. Because, you know, it was a darling story of the media back in those days. And back then I was saying, bro, why this don't make no damn sense? Why is we talking about this? Why is we talking about it? And I'm just going to say it again. Why is we talking about it? I don't know. But I figured we'll talk about it now. It's going to come up. Watch this stick around in the news. And you know, if this sticks around to Tuesday or Wednesday and they start pushing it, you try and push this story up through beyond the assassination attempt. You know, this was one of the ones they rolled out to try and change the narrative. Because it don't make sense at all why it's even in the news. I'm sorry. And it's in the news all over the place, for the record. Those of you who don't go and look anywhere. Those of you leftists who tap in every now and then to say negative things to Dark Waters. We're going to hurt his feelings. We're going to say something mean to him. He's going to cry. He's going to cry.